we're back today, and today's lesson is don't throw away those old grits. I'm going to show some pictures just for time purposes, but what I did was actually took my cold grits, I put them in a square or rectangular pan, probably about 1 inch or 2 thick, and if you need a smaller pan, whatever it is, just let them sit overnight. So with this is called fried grits. Now what I do with it is I actually added, this is all vegan, let me say that, disclose that. This is vegan version of it. But you can use the regular version, add your butter. I did cheese in there because I like it. Some people add garlic to it. That's not me, I'm not some people. But season the grits the way you want them to be and let them get, you know how your grits get cold and they get congealed. Let them sit. After that, the next morning, what I do is cut them. Some of them are bigger. I like this size here just because it gives me more. It's not as thick and it won't take as long to cook. So I cut them up into whatever beautiful shape this is. I'm not picky about the shapes. And I stick them in the freezer because they're easy to work with when you stick them in the freezer. And after that, I make my buttermilk batter, which we know we've done that. If not, go back to lesson 2. I don't know what lesson it is, but this is the buttermilk batter. This time we're double dipping it just so I can show you. You take these grits, and you can do any type of batter that you like. You know, I do my little secret batter. Today was different. I think that's why it came out that way. And I just drop it. Drop it in there. Notice how it's boiling up. Again, take the next one. Just dip it. These are high. So I start off with medium-high heat, and don't forget these actually are frozen. Because what I did was I battered them and froze them just to save them for later. Which means that if you're doing a brunch the next day or something, or even a couple weeks down the line, you can do your grits ahead of time and just freeze them, put them in a plastic bag. Or if you don't want to eat them all at once, freeze them, put them in a plastic bag, and drop a couple of pieces in every day or every week. But don't try not to get carried away with it. That's hard. And then we just timed it ahead of time so y'all could see. And I'm gonna say we let it fry for 5 minutes. I think it was 5 minutes. I started talking and forgot. And once you take it out, this is it. Stay on that side. Go ahead and fill it. So see how it's just if you have a deep fry, you can use that, but I like to use oil like that. So look at how it's already browning. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit just to make sure. But here is the finished product, and that's because I double dipped it and I used some of my secret batter why it actually came up like that. So again, never throw away old grits, which is something I had to learn. I prefer the stone ground grits. I don't like quick grits. And let me tell you, I had to search for some non-quick grits today, just so that I need them at home, but just so that I have some in the house around here. But you see, it was actually perfect. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast.
That grease got hot.
Right, it got really hot. So that just shows you, keep an eye on them. This is not something you want to stay away from. But on another note, I do the same thing with macaroni and cheese. And what you want to do is start frozen with them. Because with the grits, if you don't start with it frozen and you dip it in that batter, they start to break apart because it's in a liquid form. So, but if you keep it frozen, it's not going to break apart. The same thing with the macaroni and cheese. Cut it up when y'all. It's Thanksgiving. Cut it up and look at that. Cut it up and then actually freeze it. Then start your batter. And you can do the buttermilk batter, which I love. And I add flour to mine. You can just do it with flour. Season it before or afterwards, but a lot of times my grits already have, and macaroni and cheese have a lot of seasoning to it, so I won't put too much in the actual flour batter. Flour, cornmeal, whatever you want to use to fry with it. And then serve it. They're best cold, served hot. I don't know about heating them up. I guess they'll do fine. You can stick them in the cast iron frying pan and stick them in the oven and bake them that way. That would be the best way as opposed to the microwave. But again, do it with your grits, do it with your macaroni and cheese. You probably can do it with your dressing. That's so if you're sick and tired of eating the same thing after Thanksgiving, let's just take it up another notch. This is great for brunch. So even if you take the grits from brunch one day, I like to cook for people. You take grits from one day or whatever, you have your family over the next day, you take those old grits. You know how they used to do in camp? One day you have one soup, the next day and peas, and the next day you have pea soup with tomato and corn as your side. The next day you have the corn and peas as a soup. So just take it and actually just turn it into a dish. Like I said, freeze it. I'm freezer queen. You know, I leave myself everywhere, but I'm a freezer queen, so these will last in the freezer for a while. And so if you do grits one time, and you can come back a couple of weeks later and throw these fried grits in the pan. I did these probably like 5 years ago for a brunch I had, and they were a hit. And I've done it a couple of other times, but I just wanted to show you this. It's another 10-minute meal. Because as you see, I didn't even plan for this to happen so fast. I thought I was going to be done talking. I'm going to talk anyway, but I thought I was going to be done talking by the time I got these grits in the oil. So it does not take any time, and it's just a way to switch up stuff. If you're going to be bad, you might as well be real bad. You be the best that you can be. I don't 100% bad, 100% good. But again, it's not something that you do daily. And we are about to turn it off or turn it up. Y'all have a great afternoon. Thank you.